Welcome back to Old Charles, the ultimate place where coins tell their stories. Today, we're diving into one of the most talked about coins in American history, the 1965 United States Liberty Quarter Dollar. Is it just pocket change, or could it be a hidden treasure worth more than you think? Stick around to find out. Let's rewind the clock to 1965. The Beatles were rocking the world, the Vietnam War was on the news, and the U.S. Mint was facing a serious coin shortage. Silver prices had skyrocketed, and people were hoarding coins for their silver content. Before 1965, quarters were made of 90% silver and 10% copper. But to combat the shortage and rising costs, the U.S. Mint made a bold decision. Starting in 1965, quarters were made with a clad composition, copper sandwiched between two layers of nickel. Now, how can you identify a 1965 quarter? Look at the obverse. You'll see the familiar profile of George Washington and the word Liberty above his head. At the bottom, you'll see the year, *1965*. And don't bother looking for a mint mark. All 1965 quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint and carry no mint mark. On the reverse side, we see the heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows, a classic American symbol of strength and readiness. So, is the 1965 quarter rare? In one word, no. The U.S. Mint produced a massive 1.8 billion of these coins in 1965 alone. That makes it extremely common in circulated condition. However, there are certain rare varieties and errors that can be worth a lot more. Here's where things get interesting. A few 1965 quarters were accidentally struck on 90% silver planchets left over from 1964. These error coins are extremely rare and can sell for thousands of dollars. Want to check yours? Try this simple test. Weigh your coin. A regular 1965 clad quarter weighs 5.67 grams. A silver one will weigh around 6.25 grams. That small difference can mean big money. Also watch out for double dies, off-center strikes, and other mint errors. Collectors are always on the hunt for these. So, what's the real-world value of a regular 1965 quarter today in circulated condition? It's usually just $0.25 to $1 in uncirculated or MS-65 plus condition. It can fetch $5 to $25 errors or silver planchet versions. Worth hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on the grade. Professional grading by companies like PCGS or NGC can significantly increase a coin's value if it's in top shape. Thinking of collecting 1965 quarters? Here are 3 quick tips. Check the edge. Silver coins have no orange copper layer. Weigh your coin as mentioned. Silver coins are heavier. Store properly. Use coin flips or albums to preserve quality. Even common coins tell a rich story, and who knows? Your next quarter could be a treasure in disguise. If you learned something new today, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your fellow collectors, and comment below if you've ever found a rare 1965 quarter. The year 1965 marked a major turning point in U.S. coin history, particularly for the quarter dollar. Before this, U.S. quarters were minted in 90% silver and 10% copper, but due to rapidly rising silver prices and public hoarding of silver coins, the U.S. government was forced to make a change. In the early 1960s, silver prices began to climb sharply. People realized that the silver content in coins was worth more than their face value. As a result, citizens started hoarding coins, especially dimes, quarters, and half dollars. This hoarding created a nationwide coin shortage. Vending machines, banks, and businesses had difficulty getting enough change to operate. The situation was so severe that the U.S. Mint was minting coins around the clock, yet still couldn't keep up with demand. To solve the crisis, Congress passed the Coinage Act of 1965, which eliminated silver from the quarter and dime, reduced silver content in a half dollar from 90% to 40%, authorized the use of clad, layered coinage. The new quarters were made of a copper-nickel clad composition, with a pure copper core sandwiched between 2 layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This new composition was not only cheaper, but it also made the coins more durable. Although the metal composition changed, the design of the quarter remained the same. The 1965 quarter still featured obverse front *** George Washington's bust, the word Liberty, and the date 1965. Reverse back *** a bald eagle with outstretched wings clutching arrows and olive branches, with the words United States of America and *$quarter dollar. Also, no mint mark appears on 1965 quarters. all were minted in Philadelphia during this transition. While the mint was transitioning to the new copper-nickel composition, some silver planchets left over from 1964 were accidentally used to strike 1965 quarters. These error coins are extremely rare and highly valuable today. They can usually be identified by their weight. Silver quarter, error ***, approximate 6.25 grams. Clad quarter, regular 1965, approximate 5.67 grams. The introduction of the 1965 clad quarter was a historic moment in U.S. coinage. It marked the end of circulating silver coins, except for special editions and collector sets, and laid the foundation for the modern coins we use today. While most 1965 quarters are common and have low collectible value, their story represents a major shift in America's monetary system, a response to global economic pressure, resource scarcity, and changing public behavior. Today's segment, we're diving into the condition and grading of the 1965 Liberty Quarter Dollar, one of the most common coins in U.S. circulation, but still one with hidden value potential if you know what to look for. The value of any coin depends heavily on one thing: its condition, or what collectors call its grade. Let's break it down. If your 1965 quarter is heavily worn ***, the details on Washington's face are smooth, the eagle on the back is faint, and the rim is fading, then you likely have a coin in good to fine condition. These are usually only worth their face value, around 25 cents to $. Now, if your coin has light wear but the hairlines on Washington and feather details on the eagle are still visible, you might have a coin in very fine to extra fine condition. These can fetch up to $1 to $2 from collectors. But here's where it gets exciting. ***, if your quarter looks sharp and shiny with only minimal contact marks, no real signs of wear, it might be in about uncirculated or even uncirculated, mint state, condition. That's when your coin could be worth $5, $10, or even more, depending on eye appeal and mint luster. Pro tip ***, use a digital scale. The regular 1965 clad quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. If it weighs around 6.25 grams, you might have a rare silver error, and that could be worth thousands of dollars. So, next time you check your pocket change or old coin collection, look at those details closely. Even a common coin like the 1965 Liberty Quarter might surprise you, especially if it's in excellent condition. Don't forget to like and subscribe *** if you want more coin tips and hidden value finds.